So it doesn't really work that way. Um, okay, my friends, I'll go through the workout very quickly and we'll just start moving. Um, and see what we get through because we got a little chatty. But that's okay because we got to
My
meet Cody.
bad. My bad.
Well, it
Prank-
felt important.
The new
We got
dog
to
is prank day.
and we got to meet baby girl. So it's good.
Yeah.
Um, so we have deadlifts as the main lift. We're gonna do some good mornings to start so we're gonna do 10, 8, and 6 respectively, right? So 10 good mornings. Weight is optional. Nice stretch activation. The weight makes it a little more ab-based. If that feels okay for you, great. If not, take that away. We have 8 per side goblet marches. So going to carry your weight and step in place, standing, right, switching legs. Um, 8 times per leg. Yep, like Coach May. We have a guest. I hope. Good
You
thing
do.
she can't. Good thing she can't. Ah, thank you. I'm trying to do my job, but I appreciate it. Okay, so we have 16 total, but 8 per side. Marches. Emphasis on this is a glute, like engaging your glutes when you're standing. So the height of your knee is not critical. And then 6 push-ups, reaching for your toes afterwards, which I will go over in case you need a review. Romanian deadlifts, you have 3 sets of 8 per leg. And then we have some side planking and thrusters to finish, assuming we have time. So let's do a quick check-in if your animal hasn't taken over your yoga mat. And let's start with some cat cows. Are we sending,
Okay.
who need a
Yeah.
pet? Maybe like a turtle? I don't know. What kind of pet do you want? You don't have to have a turtle. I was just making it up. They're kind of stinky.
Uh, my son's allergic to cats, so sadly, no cats. I grew up with cats and dogs and birds and fish and gerbils and finches.
It's very
Well, none
specific.
of the above now. Yeah, because then I would have to take care of it.
You could do hairless, but God, those things look weird. I know that's rude, but
They look less weird if you put sweaters on them.
yes, but they they leave they get oily and
Yeah.
they leave like in the same way that we right take baths, but like they leave marks on certain types of furniture. It's just not. No, thank you. Not for me. You also have to get them like specifically bred. So that's it. No, thank you. Um, cat cows, bird dogs. I would say the usual, or frankly, whatever warm up or check-in you want, basically. When you first post, or the first photo I saw of, I guess her butt, really, but when you were snuggling in bed, I was like, that's not like otter. Different
I
color.
know. There's more pictures of her over in the animals section in the TMT animals channel. And if you're not in there, Coach Kirstie, you're missing out.
I will, well, I'm not on my computer, so
Ah, got it. No, I didn't mean right now. I meant in general.
I mean in general, like I can program, I send emails, and then I'm off my computer.
You're probably clever for that.
Honestly, my job is just so, well, it's literally the inverse of yours in that I'm in person
Yes.
99.9.5% of the time. So the emails and stuff and are just more logistics and admin, and then I'm done. Okay, let's talk about our good mornings, shall we? You could do anything extra, prehab, rehab that feels good for you today. You do not need to carry a weight today, but if you would like to, you can. I would carry that in front. I'm aware this is a water bottle, but you can use your imagination. Okay. So this is my imaginary dumbbell. Okay. Kettlebell. I can hold it here. Right. And as I come down, right, I'm sure doing the same thing. Now, if you prefer a little more chest open, unweighted, hands behind the head, same thing, right? We have just less demand here. Either way, I'd love to see 10 good mornings. Think more of a stretch, less of a forward fold. Stop. Yeah, there you go. Good. If you don't feel a stretch, I will say full permission to stop when your hips stop. So if you need to look in the mirror, good. 10 reps. I like to breathe in as I go down and then exhale as I stand. Good. Your goblet marches, same idea. If you have a bigger weight, you can change to a bigger weight. But the emphasis here is the hip, this butt squeezing and that leg lifting, right? And importantly, without shifting the height of your hips. So if your hips change height, that's not the point, right? Squeeze your butt, open the hip. And the height of your hip is not important. You're doing 8 per leg. So that's
Hi.
16 total.
Excuse me, I need to use this. Yeah, you're really cute. Can I use this? Thanks, Tail. Yeah, I
If you have space, you have 6 push-ups. After you've done a push-up, you're gonna either reach for your toes or, like Coach Meg's demonstrating, you can go for a reach for your knees or your shins. You may bend your knees, however. So full permission. If you've done your push-up, I'm doing for my knees because I want to. Okay. And you have your down dog shape, you can just reach, right? Either across, same side, but you can't reach. You're just gonna bend the knee, right? And you're gonna do 2 reaches, so right, left per push-up. Good.
Well, she gave me part of the mat.
Part of. I mean, she shares. It's
She
a
said,
compliment.
okay.
Good. And we're gonna do that 2 more times. So those rounds 2 and 3 can be at your own pace. Yeah, I can't imagine anyone leaving her alone.
Did you ignore her?
How long's a foster technically?
It depends. I mean, fosters are dependent on who comes to get them, but the medical fosters at least is 6 weeks, and we're not gonna. Yeah,
I mean, can you already apply to adopt at this point?
yeah, we can even already tell them that, like, hey, we're probably gonna. I think Rob would be happy if we kept it officially foster, but like let them know we are interested,
Okay.
and that way we can make sure she any medical issues that we did that with Louise because Louise still had some medical issues, and because her surgeries were so much, they
Yeah.
actually had suggested like so we got Louise at Halloween and we adopted her for Christmas.
Okay. So you express interest and you're like, but
Yeah,
can you still cover
yeah.
for
So
both? Got
yeah.
it. Okay.
So I think we'll do that, but that way she's got some hind leg issues, which and we don't know if that's like we don't know what happened to her butt. So if that,
Mm,
but we want to make sure because here's the deal: we had Louise 3 months. We had adopted her officially a month before, and then she blew her ACL, and it was a 5 grand surgery.
yeah.
And we were like, "Oh shit!" Um,
Yeah. Yeah, it's
so
tough because when people adopt, even, you know, I would say healthy dogs and cats and kittens or, whatever, puppies, and they give them as gifts. It's like, yeah, but then they often get returned because people
Yeah.
aren't able to take care of them or they don't can't manage the medical bills or like, and people get upset and they're like, it's an animal, not a toy. Another, it's like, I don't know. It's frustrating when people are like, my cat got sick. And I was like, yes, you got a kitten. What did you think was going to happen? Kids get sick.
Yeah.
So do baby cats. And
Like like what are you gonna do? Take your kid back to the hospital if they get sick? No.
well, no, but somehow a cat or a
Yep.
dog is different. Yeah.
I'm really glad not a lot of this is on the mat because apparently the mat is not mine today.
I was thinking about this, like keeping, trying to, not always. I was aware of the amount of floor work we were doing, which is great. Um, but I wanted to give options for people who maybe didn't want to be on the floor all the time. Or was thinking about the
If
transitioning to,
Maxine was here, we'd actually see her today.
well, see, that was kind of part of what I was thinking. The other thing is there are people who struggle to change position. Who don't like can be standing up, sitting down, or laying down, but getting
Yeah.
from one to the other is really challenging. Um, and I wanted to just give any of those people an option to feel less like, oh crap, I have to get up and down 10 times. It's gonna take me forever. So,
Oh boy. My
oh
kid,
boy,
I might have to get to do 6 push-ups. She walked over there.
is she like okay to observe now?
She's sniffing the rest of the room.
Mm, you
She's
know,
sniffing out the sauna.
perimeter check, gotta sniff. Sorry, that yawn isn't for you. It's just I'm tired.
Now she's gonna go lay on her bed. Good job, bud. No, you're good. Sit. Yeah, that's a good girl.
I like her white belly.
And her chest.
Yes.
That's really what looks a lot like Wee's. The tips of the paws and the chest, belly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Whew.
Beautiful. Once you've completed 3 sets, looks like we're all there. That's good. You can take a well-deserved break. Um, you have 3 sets of 8 Romanian deadlifts. And I'm aware that if you have a limited weight choice, or that's whether it's really big or really light, um, this will just make it as challenging as you need it to be. Um, but the Romanian deadlift specifically, much like your good morning, is not a forward fold, right? So I want to emphasize that is all about your horizontal motion of the hips and not the vertical motion of your chest.
Can
Um,
we see one time, Coach?
what was that?
Can we see one time? Because I want to make sure
Yes, of course
I
you
know
can.
the
Yeah, I was
focus.
just about to speak of getting up. Getting up.
Oh,
Um, Okie dokie. So let me grab my weight because here I am all prepared and stuff. Uh, okay. So I've been cut up all here, but of course you can have anything in your hands. You can have 2 things in your hands if you feel inclined, okay? And what I'm looking for, we're looking at, where we go, flowy thing here. But if we're looking at my hip moving backwards, right? That's about me done for my hand, my good Romanian deadlift or good morning. My forward fold or the vertical motion is this, right? So up and down of the chest, head, and neck, right? Is too far. Backwards is fine, right? So my knee's not bending, my hips are going back, which looks like the same thing. But you can tell you're bending your knees we're changing that. If your knee angle, the shin angle changes. So if I go backwards, that's my Romanian deadlift. My shin angle hasn't changed. If I bend my knee, my shin angle has changed, right? Um, so if you need a reference point, if your shins look like you're a different angle, probably bent your knee a little bit. If your
Okay.
hips move back, you're good. Now everyone's range of motion is different here, so I want everyone to respect whatever that is. And for my flexible athletes, you might not feel it, so make kind of that camp. The hamstrings,
Oh no.
you feel
Oh,
it, but you don't
I,
really, right? If you're really stiff, some people immediately feel this. So I'm in the camp with you. I'm like, I need to see it or learn it. So ultimately, whether you're carrying weight in front of you, like this, next to you, right, one in each hand, you're thinking about soft knees, bracing, hips behind you. Stop and you feel like, okay, great, my hips are done. It all feels horizontal, not vertical. Yeah, beautiful. Let's do 8 of those. Nice job. Yeah. And if you need a weight in each hand, totally fine. We'll just keep those hands next to your thighs in this case. So my weight's here. We'll keep hands next to the legs. That's great. This should a very kind of hamstring glute heavy. If you're going heavy enough, you might start to feel, hopefully bracing always, but also a little low back is okay as long as you have other stuff going for you here too. That was great.
right.
Yeah.
At
Tush.
the attachments. Boy, can I feel those hamstrings tugging at my attachments.
Yeah. And like, you don't want to go crazy hard on those, right?
No.
We're just um, it'd be lovely to take a deadlift off the ground, but that does require a weight, which you could pull off the ground, um, reasonably. So
3 sets of these?
3 sets of 8. Yep. And more of a technicality at this point because you all both look great here. Um, when your weights get heavier, right? Just bigger, heavier, harder, whatever. If you look down at your feet, they actually the in this case your kettlebell, right? If you're carrying one weight, should actually be between your feet as
Yeah.
opposed to in front of your toes. Yeah, beautiful.
Cool.
There's a few things. It keeps the weight closer to you, so when it gets heavy, you're not starting to shift forward in your toes. And it gets the lats and upper back to engage a little more. But I say relatively, it's relative, right? Relatively lightweight, that's less critical, right? But let's say that kettlebell is now 50 pounds. That becomes, or those dumbbells are 50 pounds each. That becomes important when your hands start to deviate a little bit, right? So if you have one, yep, when you have weights on each side of your body, your hands just trace your legs. Simple, right? Knuckles or dumbbells stay in line with your leg, the leg line. If you have a kettlebell or a singular object, maybe one big dumbbell, it should be between your feet or feel like between your feet. It might feel like it's actually back, right? Good. That's great. So when you bracing here, right? So still want to make sure we see a little flex to the belly just to support, right? Abs and low back are two half of the same coin, right?
Yeah. I felt them.
Yeah, they work together. See, I'm wearing a deadlift shirt even. Aha. That wasn't on purpose. That's just accidental. Good. Was that three for both of you?
Yep.
Great. Okie dokie. Um, this is gonna be a short session, but that's not a bad thing.
Oh, we
Um,
talked a lot, so
what was that?
I said we talked a lot, so maybe somewhere you knew.
I mean, I didn't, but it worked. You know what?
It's working out.
It's a holiday week. We're just here to hang out with Kona.
She says
Um,
that's fine by her.
she's like, I'm great with this. This is something I could work with.
Yeah.
Oh, and she puts her paw on you every time you come near her. That's so
I
adorable.
know. Look, there we go. Yep.
I don't know
Oh,
if I
and
could.
this is the hi, your hands aren't doing anything. It's time for belly rub.
I mean, you've experienced the this Scotty effect where she starts to like raise her paws, tilt her head.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she tilts her paw
Oh,
and
oh yeah. She like
yeah.
she gets real hammy. She's like, here's my belly, love
Yeah.
me, and then runs away for food.
I'll rub your belly in between because you're being very patient
Um,
while I lift. So that's good.
so we have essentially two stations, but right, one is two-sided, right? It's a side plank. So
Okay.
it's two stations, but we have right and left, right? So we were side plank, right? Hold. That can be a bent knee at the bottom or not. If the side plank holds enough, stick with the side plank. Let's call it 20 to 30 seconds or so. If you're able to do a side plank, whether it's a long lever, that means like straight variation. I like to stack my feet, right? Or alternate my feet, sort of stacking them. So it could be this version where we get the shoulder over the elbow. I like to make a fist with my hand, right? So my hips are off the ground, my shoulders over my elbow. And then from here, I'm going to go ahead and knee to elbow or elbow to knee. Okay. If it's too much, maybe we bring down the knee. Okay. So same principle, right? But now I'm going to bring, think it's like a little side plank froggy thing on one side. So if you're able to do this version, doing 8 per direction, so
Okay.
you don't actually touch your knee to elbow. That's not important. Um, we're keeping the bottom hip off the ground and bringing that. Right. Let's do 8 per direction.
Okay, I did it with the bent knee because I did it with a straight leg, and when I was doing the knee lift, it felt like my lower hip was dipping. So
That's great. So if you need to
yeah,
modify for a bent knee,
it
for
just felt more
my knee,
stable.
my bottom knee gets cranky.
Yeah, yeah, that too.
That medial area of my knee starts to be like, we have opinions. Please don't. Especially if it hasn't been warmed up properly. So, once you have 8 per direction, you can even guess. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say what thrusters are we doing?
Thrusters, yes. So thrusters can be done again from either goblet, meaning a singular object, or two, right? Two dumbbells, like Arisa has at home. And essentially, sorry, I can't get my whole body in this. I don't have Joseph's fancy camera thingy. So here it is, right? So we have my singular object. You can obviously have two here. You're gonna squat down, right? And then you're gonna press, right? I'm
Okay.
aware that when you press overhead with a goblet position, right? Just so you can
Yeah,
see this, you can't really get to full extension just because
yeah,
of the nature of the grip. If you have dumbbells, obviously you have room to play here. So I would just want like a hip push, right? The length of this push, how high your elbow goes, is not important. What is your legs and hips drive up and your arms finish the movement. Yeah, good.
and those abs are in there.
That's good. They should be in there. If they're not in there, we have no business doing anything that we do. An option, Meg, if you want to, if you want to grab like the butt of the bell and like the handle, that gives you like a wider.
I have I have one hand through of this. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is comfy, but this gives you a wider grip. It's awkward, but it still works. I don't know if you like it or not.
Oh, it's tippy though.
It is tippy. It is bottom heavy. Unlike having
I
a
feel like one
dumbbells.
arm is doing more of the work than the other.
Yeah, it ends up being a little topsy-turvy. Um,
I mean, could just switch it from side to side, so
you
eventually.
could. Honestly, this is we're just looking for a little, rate bit here. It's not crazy. Again, we're all like halfway through senioritis here with the whole like holiday week. So unless I know a few people who are first responders and they're like, yep, I'm working. And I was like, sorry.
Yeah.
Um, perks of the job though.
I had a new athlete. It starts January 1st, and he booked his call for the 6th, and he's like, I booked it for the 6th because I don't want to interfere with your holidays. And I was like, what? Nope, I'm working.
That's yeah, I was just talking to you about this. Like, I need to be more proactive about taking time off because I'm my own boss and
Yep.
and I forget holidays happen till it's too late, and then I'm like, oh, I can't cancel that because that's
Yeah.
a week out. I
Well, and I prefer like I don't take weekends off, but I do take my race days off, right? And I try to ease up the day before. So I try to not take holidays so that people don't get mad when I'm like, "Hi, I'm in South Africa in a different time zone," or "Hi." Like
Mm,
I don't think anybody can say I don't work enough.
no, that's for sure. I mean, I do in fact take weekends off, but because I'm in person, I'm not
Yeah.
there, right? I'm not physically present, and therefore we're not doing it, right? Whereas I think if you do a lot of your business virtually or
Yeah.
online, there's this expectation to be present all the time. Um,
I try
which
to I could be better about boundaries, but I also like it's like, hey, I'm not going to stop my bike ride to answer you, or I'm not
totally,
going to leave my kid, if I'm doing something with the kids,
yes.
because it's like I'm always going to get back to you as soon as I can, but sometimes that means a couple hours. It never
Yeah.
means days. It just means a couple hours.
For me, it's like email wise, 2 business days is reasonable. I mean, I try and respond before that,
Yeah.
but like 2 business days, it's like,
All right, so we have one more set, right? I
and you,
wasn't counting sets of
Yes,
those.
I think so. Yes.
Okay.
yeah.
I know I did too.
Well, I'm fairly sure 3 comes after 2. Oh, we have someone joining.
Hi, Shiva.
Shiva's iPhone.
Hello.
You're welcome to join us. We don't start bang on 7 o'clock, but or 6 o'clock your time, but we start relatively close. But if you missed the workout, first of all, it's in the chat if you want to do it by
I'll
yourself.
repost it. I'll repost that for you.
And
Okay. Thank you.
the recording will be on YouTube in a couple hours too. So if you want to,
Okay.
So I
but
will say, Shiva, while I'm here, if you have any questions, I realize you're looking at a list. If you have any questions about any of the movements, let me know, and I
Okay,
can put them
sure.
to you. Yeah,
Okay,
we'll
sure.
take the video too, but I'm happy to give you like a visual while you're here, or clarification
Okay.
if it's not clear.
Okay,
Um,
sure.
yeah, if
so
you've done any of the call or what do you call it, the videos before, there's a lot of repeat movements, so there's nothing really brand new. Uh,
Okay.
and if you
okay.
Uh,
haven't done them before, welcome. If you want to do live, so we start 6 o'clock Pacific if you're in San Francisco.
yeah. But then how long it lasts? Because like it was till 9. It was showing from
No,
6 to
yeah, that was
9.
it was showing up weird in Halo because Halo's a little buggy, but I fix it. So strength starts at 6 PT and finishes at 7. So
Okay.
for a lot of people in the Bay, they either do it, have a shower, go to work, or you can always do it anytime. So if you
I
can't
see. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
can't go up
Then
live, I always have recordings, and the recordings are on our YouTube channel.
okay,
But
okay.
you
Then
got
I
Coach
use the
Kirstie here.
then I will use the recording. That's great.
Yeah, the one good thing about showing up live is, and you'll see it, Coach Kirstie will, she watches you and she'll make modifications if you've got injuries or if something's too hard for you,
Mm.
and or she'll show you the moves and or make suggestions. So
Which I
whichever way you want to do it is great.
which I can
So
still do for you, Shiva, if you want, right? But if you're happy to watch the recording, that also works. So
Yeah.
there's
Yeah,
no
this
harm.
That's fine. Thank you so much. This time I'm gonna go with the recording next time because it was showing 6 to 9. I thought that for some reason that like whenever I joined, so it's
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
no, 3 hours is a long time. I mean,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
Yeah,
I've lifted for
I
three
would be
hours.
dead.
I don't recommend that.
yeah,
To
I
yeah,
live
mean,
for three
exactly.
hours. Yeah.
Okay, okay, then thank you so much. I'm gonna use
okay.
the recording this time. Yes.
Cool. And hopefully you'll join us in person sometime too. We'd
Yeah,
love
yeah,
to.
yeah.
We'll see you next time, I hope.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. I think I already did my third one. All right.
Right.
Yep, that's my last one. Thanks. We have a new crop of
Yeah.
triers for the new year.
Yeah.
And they also switched from the events app they had before to
Mm,
Halo, which here's the one good thing. Once it's correct, it'll show up every week. So with
mm,
their old app, I had to publish each strength as a single event and like load it individually, which is kind of but this one, at least I can be like, it's recurring. It's every Tuesday.
yeah.
And then it creates an event doesn't create event 6 months out, but it like
Yeah.
basically next week's event is up now. So
Yes.
like if you do have travel or need to cancel, I can
Yeah.
cancel it. So
I mean, yeah, it's like it's a
it'll be
reoccurring,
easier over time. It's just a
right?
little
And then
thing.
like exceptions are when I'm not available versus
Correct.
I'm
Right.
never available and it's up sometimes. Um,
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah,
But I
that's
can, but also if I know you're not going to be available, it's easy to cancel one without canceling the whole series.
yeah.
But whew, thank
I
you.
You're welcome.
Short but very sweet and effective.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm glad it wasn't too spicy. It is holiday week. We want to whatever holiday you celebrate or don't. I do have a client who celebrates the solstice, so that's
Solstice.
something to celebrate.
Yeah,
Um,
that was the other day. Yeah.
yeah,
Ah, the
I
day
saw the night parade. It was cute.
the day should be getting longer now, right? And then
Yeah.
aren't people actually celebrating Festivus now from Seinfeld?
I'm sure there are still some people that do it.
You can call it fest. I mean, like I know I have friends in the UK who call it like the festive like season because of course they do like Christmas, New Year's, all of that.
But remember, Festivus is where you get to air your grievances.
Well,
This
they're
will be a
bartenders, so they don't
year
want
of
you to
a
air your
long
grievances.
list.
No, no. Yeah, no, festive season is not good for bartenders because people are airing their grievances
Yeah,
drunk
yeah.
and misbehaving. And
Hence your EMT friends who are busy.
Busy. Correct.
well, it's weird because Thanksgiving wasn't busy this year.
Huh.
So
You know
maybe
what? Sometimes San Francisco is quiet. I think,
it was quiet this year.
yeah, San Francisco is sometimes really quiet over the holidays, like a lot of holidays, because
Yeah.
people
People,
like leave and
Yep.
go visit family. Um, so obviously there's incoming traffic for families that grew up there, but I feel like there's more people who live there and work there that are from elsewhere. So
Oh, yeah. A lot more
the
transits.
holidays are usually like, this is great. I can drive to AP and it doesn't take an hour, that kind of.
Yeah. Well, Burning Man was great too because everyone leaves and you're like, oh,
Woo.
no reservations? No problem. Show up anyway.
Yep, it is great.
Okay, well, so good to see you both.
Thank you,
Um,
Coach.
you're welcome. I
yeah.
will be around next Tuesday, and if I'm not, I'll let you know.
Okay. I'm not sure if I might be driving on the I-5 on Tuesday. I tried
Yeah,
to,
where are you going on the I-5?
my parents are in Southern California,
Okay.
so
Okay.
yeah. And
Yeah.
these
Okay.
days I drive instead of fly. So I will keep my germs to myself and not get anyone else's germs, especially to visit my older parents. So,
Yes, that's fair. Also, sometimes all driving takes what, 10 hours, depending on how far south you go?
uh, 7 to 8 hours,
Okay.
8 hours, eight to
Yeah.
9 hours, an average of 8.
Yeah.
Eight's usually good to budget for, and if you beat it, you're like, woohoo! And if
Yeah.
you don't, you're
Yeah.
like, "Ugh."
Yes.
It's about 7 hours too long for me.
Yeah. You are a little spoiled that your parents live,
Yeah.
they're not in
Well,
in
no,
your
I've just
big
we've never been
stuff.
a road trip family. Like
Yeah.
we've done a few, but I'm like, are we there yet? Like 30 minutes in, my parents are like, oh boy, here we go.
Pre-pandemic, I only flew. And
Yeah.
then when everything got weird, I drove. And it's like,
Oh,
oh, this
yeah.
is, it's not great,
Yeah.
but this way I can just leave whenever I want. And there was one time for a flight where I was scheduled for a morning flight and it kept getting delayed. And I ended up at the airport for like 6, 7 hours anyway at SFO going, we'll load, we'll board
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
another hour. No, in another hour. And it ended up being like 6 hours. And yeah, my dad was like, you could have driven here faster. So yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but my experience is driving is like Boston to DC, and that is just a terrible drive.
Yeah. Done that. It's pretty yuck.
So like it's like it's not like driving to SoCal. Like that's you get a little stuck around LA and it's fine, whatever. But like driving on the East Coast, I was like,
Multiple.
no. So which is why I'm so averse. I'm like, I'm good. I'll fly. See ya. Okay.
Well, all right, ladies, have a great
Right.
holiday.
See
Thank you.
you.
You too.
Kona says
Bye.
goodbye.
Bye, Kona.
Bye.
I know you can't sniff us, so it doesn't make any sense. But one day we will meet, and then
You
you'll
gave
know what I
me a
smell like.
belly rub, so
We'll give her a belly rub for me, and we'll call it even. Yeah.
I will. Okay. Okay. Bye,
Bye.
everybody. See you later. Thank you.
Bye.